Hi guys. I just was having some thoughts tonight and I thought I would turn the camera on and make a quick video for you guys because I believe firmly that nothing we experience is ever new. It's never something that's so unique that at least one other person out there hasn't experienced it. So it would be incredibly egotistical of me to believe that the things that I struggle with alone, because that's just not fact. I had an experience recently that kind of surprised me because I thought it was something that I wasn't going to struggle with. But then when faced with a situation, I discovered that I was. And it was kind of disappointing for me because I have this photo over here next to my desk of that adorable little girl. That is 4-year-old me. Isn't she fucking cute? Anyway, I keep that there because that is my motivation other than my kids. She is why I do what I do every day, because she had hella big dreams. And I'll be damned if I'm going to let them fall in the dust and just dry up and blow away in the wind, just because things might get a little hard from time to time. She believed that big things and great things were going to happen in her life as she grew up. And just because I've hit some bumps in the road doesn't mean that that magic isn't still on its way and that I'm not living it right now. So that's part of my motivation, along with my kids, of course. And when I was a little kid, it was easy for me to accept things. You know, you've all seen it. Little kids will do something that's kind of maybe mediocre, and then they're like, clap for me, or look what I can do. And it's, you know, like they stand on one foot and like beep their nose, and they expect you to like fucking standing ovation that shit, because to them, it's amazing. And somewhere along the line, we stop demanding people cheer for us. We stop cheering for ourselves. We start to pick apart all of these perceived notions in our head of what we think our flaws are, or our weaknesses, or, you know, the things that we don't shine in, when frankly we all shine. I mean, I see it in every single one of you every day, and I know that you guys see it in me even when I don't see it in myself. And kids are great at getting gifts. They're great at asking what they need and want. And recently, a dear friend of mine gave me a gift of a Target gift card. And I was like super excited for like 5 minutes, right? Because I never get gifts for myself, like Christmas gifts or anything. It's all about my kids and that's it. And that's usually fine for me. But like, holy shit, I was going to get a gift. And I logged on to Target.com and I kind of like sat there and stared blankly for like a solid 5 minutes. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. Like, the concept of a gift was exciting, but to actually pick something out, I didn't know. I could think of like 87 things off the top of my head that were for my kids. And when I was like, okay, no, I'm not getting anything for my kids. This is a gift for me. What am I going to pick out? Well, then it was like stupid shit like, oh, well, you know, our bathroom towels are getting kind of threadbare, so maybe I should buy some new towels. Like, lame shit. You know, it took me literally like 20 minutes of just scrolling, like mindlessly, stupidly scrolling all over that website before I finally came to the conclusion that what I wanted was to fill a basket for myself with a bunch of little things that I could use in the early morning before my kids get up, like a warm blanket, a notebook, and some new pens. I get like stupidly excited over blank notebooks and new pens. A novel, Mrs. Meyer's soy candle, the orange clove one, which is like my favorite. And I think that's it. Anyway, it was just a little basket of goodies, of things that served no purpose other than to bring me joy. Things that I could just sit in a comfortable chair in my living room in the peace and quiet in the early morning and burn the candle and snuggle under the soft blanket and do some journaling or read a chapter of the book and just enjoy some time and just be. And I was kind of disgusted with myself that it took me that long to come up with that. Like, I had a really hard time shoving down that guilt of, this isn't a necessity, I shouldn't be spending this money on me. Because the fact of the matter is, my joy, just my joy alone, is just as much a necessity as the water I drink or the food that I eat. We may not physically die if we don't get joy, if we don't get luxuries, if we don't get moments of beauty in whatever way they may be for you. But the fact is that our soul does in increments, and that's not something I want to happen to myself, and it's not something I want to see happen to you guys. So if you're sacrificing your me time your date time with your spouse or your partner or your boyfriend or girlfriend, if you're sacrificing things that bring you joy, that make you happy, that bring you to a place of peace, no matter what it is, whether it's a bubble bath or a glass of wine and a chapter of a book or binging your favorite show or taking a walk in nature, whatever it is that makes you happy, make time for it. Set aside money in your budget to do so, because you deserve things of beauty, because you are a thing of beauty. And I just wanted to share that because it was something I needed to remind myself. And I'm sure there are plenty of you guys out there that would benefit from that same reminder. You deserve to have joy in your life. Don't forget that. And don't feel guilty about it anymore. As much joy as it brings you to make other people in your life happy, love yourself just as much. Rise and shine.